Hey, 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 hey. Hi, guys. My name is Michelle Yvette. For those of you who are laying eyes on this face for the first time, my name is Michelle Yvette Cummings. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, and I have challenged myself to focus on this right here, focus on my abs for 6 months so I can see what it do, okay? So the thing is, I have to do it for at least 3 minutes a day without fail. No matter how tired I am, it don't matter what happened, baby. Look, let me tell you something. If I had to call 911 for my mama right now, after the fire, after the ambulance leave, I'm gonna do this workout and then I'm gonna head to the hospital. Okay, that's how serious it is. So as long as I am able-bodied, I got to do this. I'm doing it for me. What I do with my thing? Hold on. Okay, here I am. I started doing my workout in the kitchen just, because I spend a great deal of time in the kitchen. But for those of you who are seeing this for the first time and haven't seen episodes 1 through 37, I'm using this rotating ab board. My mama bought it about 30 years ago, back when Bally's was into fitness and they had gyms and stuff. They might still have gyms, but I know they're in the casino game now. Or they were at the time too, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know Bally's business, but I'm finna get my business. I'm finna take care of my business. Today is Monday, November 14th. I think it's the 14th. Might be the 15th. I don't know, but it's something like that. I think it's the 14th. I need some air. Turn on that air conditioner. Okay. Because I feel the heat coming already. So I've got 9:16 on my watch. And of course, at this point, I'm doing well above 3 minutes. 3 minutes is my minimum. Like, if I'm dog dead tired, I just, pretty much stop at 6 minutes. But the longer you do a thing, it's called conditioning. Your body becomes conditioned to that. So you have to do some and then some. Doing and then some. You gotta, go past that. So I've got my stretch band with me today and thought I'd do some triceps and abs at the same time. So I'm actually doing tries, squats, and abs at the same time. Talk about multitasking. Everywhere you want to lose some weight, to lose some fat, you need to be putting some muscle right there. Building muscle. Whew, that burns. My triceps are burning. So bench press, chest press. I'm not laying on the bench, but this is the same motion. Woo! Stop and put that between my legs So now I can do bicep curl and adjust the tension. So you don't need a lot of equipment. Really all you need is a willingness to do it, honey. Muscles don't grow on trees, honey. You got to get them things. You got to work for them. Now here's the other arm. Got to adjust that tension. I figure I better do this now because it's after 9 o'clock and I gotta get in there and bake a cream cheese pound cake and a lemon pound cake. But I'm gonna do the lemon pound cake in the morning because I'm just not gonna do that to myself. Baking 2 cakes back to back. I did that last night and the night before. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm sure this time next year I will have my name out there enough to where I'll be very, very busy during the holiday season. I'm not rushing it. I ain't desperate for money, so, I need it, but I ain't desperate, so. And I'm only one person, baking is very time consuming. You cannot take shortcuts with baking, If the recipe says bake at, 350 for an hour, you gotta wait that hour. Or else your cake ain't gonna come out right. If it says beat that butter until it's light and fluffy, and you don't beat that butter until it's light and fluffy, your cake ain't gonna come out right. So, baking it takes time and patience. Mosquito. So I know I've been at this for 6 minutes because it's 9:22. My thighs are starting to burn. This leg right here. And I'm starting to sweat. Mosquitoes done bit me. I'm so happy today. I ran into someone that I hadn't seen in a long time. I ran into him a couple of weeks ago when I took Mom to her eye appointment. And I was like, now what are the chances of that? And, my mom just all of a sudden was saying her vision was blurry and to make her an eye appointment. And the place that she normally goes, they were booked till December. So I looked up and found a place on her insurance list. and went there and saw this person. Oh, I really will say the love of my life. We split up, but he's still the love of my life. And I ran into him, and I ran into him again today. I was going to Sally's. I was like, because I've been wanting to bleach my hair so I can put some wild color on it, like, put some vivid pink or red or purple on my hair. And I went into Sally's, and I was looking at the hair color, and then, God walked me out of the store. It was like, turn around and go out of the store. I was like, but I'm trying to get this haircut. Walk, like, get out. And I go out, and I get in the car, and I look over to my right, and there he is again. My ex-husband, okay? The way we split up, it was just really terrible. And, when you have time to think about things and see what really happened. So, anyway, I still love my ex-husband. He done married somebody else now, but the Most High told me to just hold on and be still. I fight your battles. It's going to be all right. Because I said, please let me stop loving him. Please make it so I don't love him anymore. Nope, I'm not going to do that. Because that's your husband and I'm going to get him back for you. I was like, okay, you the miracle worker. So, I didn't get the chance to talk to him when I saw him before because he was with his bride, but I eventually gave everybody my business card and I gave it to him at the time. I'm sure he threw it in the garbage, but this time he was alone and I got to say hello and we talked for a little while and just made my day. So don't speak in anger. If you really love each other, don't speak in anger because here's the story. I'm going to do my side bends, but here's the story. So my ex-husband is a musician and Prince had just died and Prince was like one of his favorite musicians, favorite artists. I mean, this literally we split up 1 or 2 days after Prince died. Now, I had lost my job the day after Halloween in 2015. But see, early in 2015, I was walking on the riverfront. Me and the Lord were walking on the riverfront. Or when I say the Lord, I'm talking about the universe because God is the universe. So me and the universe were walking on the riverfront. And the universe said, go check on your mother. And hold on a sec. That doorknob just fell out. I'm trying to glare from that light was bothering me. So anyway, God said, go check on your mother. And I was like, now? Yes, go check on your mother. So we left the riverfront and came over to my mom's house. She stayed like 5 minutes away. And the kitchen door was open. It was visibly open. So I walked in, and on the stove, on the left back burner, there was a low fire on the stove. And there was a cast iron skillet on the stove. Nothing was in the skillet, okay. So I turned that off. And I'm like looking for my mom. You can see the house ain't that big. I came from out of the kitchen right here and went there And I felt my mom face down on the floor. And I was like, Mom, are you okay? And she starts mumbling something. I called 911. And I don't know if you can hear the air conditioner blowing. But when I tell you that I can hear God, like in the wind, in the engines, in just all the time, when the humming of the refrigerator, the humming of the fan, it's all the time, okay? So when the paramedics took Mom out of here, I was standing on the porch. And God starts singing, you will never have to work again. You will never have to work again. You will never have to work again. And I was like, you're talking to me? But I like working. You know, I've been complaining about my job because I have plantar fasciitis. And I was a dealer at the casino, and I cannot stand cigarette smoke. When I was a dealer at the casino, like, two smells make me angry, and cigarette smoke is one of them. Farts is another one. I'm kidding. Uh, but I had prayed a long time ago to be delivered from that job at that casino because I didn't like it, right? And I was doing hair. I'd done hair, but I grew, tired of doing hair. Really, you know what? Baby, when they came out with them lace fronts, I do not like those. Like I was a sew-in queen. You hear me? Now, don't get me wrong. I could do the lace front, but they are for theatrical purposes. That was the original intention for movies and stuff like that, and for people who are bald, because you're going to be gluing that down to your hairline, and it just goes against my, thing about healthy hair. But anyway, I just got tired of people trying to get a discount, people taking advantage of my kindness and my friendship, and not trying to give me my money. I got tired of this. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything that steals my joy. So, I couldn't really tell my husband that God told me I would never have to work again, because he thought that was some insanity. But I don't have to work. So I got my disability on the first try. Have not worked since the day before Halloween of 2015. And I'm really too sensitive for the workplace, because I'd cuss a bitch out in a minute. You're not going to treat me any kind of way and talk to me any kind of way when I know your heart is full of blackness. You got a dark heart, devoid of light, when you living in darkness, and you're going to think you're going to talk to me and treat me any kind of way. I'm not having it. So a couple of weeks before Prince died, my husband told me, we're okay. Take your time. Getting a job. We'll be okay. And then we were smoking weed too, right? Every day. Now I had no job. He was bringing weed home. So the night before Prince died, I'm gonna do some side bends. Still, no, I'm gonna do this right here. Work this. The night before Prince died, I'm contracting these lower abs. squeezing the butt cheeks in. The night before Prince died, God says to me, call the snake of the universe into your left foot. And so I did. And the next thing I know, Prince was dead. So that morning, my husband had come home from work, and I had just gotten a new telephone. And he picked up my phone, and I had been communicating with an ex-boyfriend. Nothing like we were just talking. There was no like. I hate the ex-boyfriend. Okay, like I just stopped answering the phone because I just don't. I just don't like him. Just not a nice person. So anyway, my husband came home and he picked up my phone and he saw the text message and he was like, "Who was that?" And I was like, "That's the soldier dude," because that's what he called my ex-boyfriend. And I know he was thinking, I'm up here working and you're sitting at home and I'm at work and you talking to another dude, you texting another dude. I know that's what he was thinking. It wasn't like that though. But he was angry. Okay, so granted he should have been. But there was nothing. There was no, because when I tell you I was crazy about my husband, I was crazy about my husband. So the ex, well, no, no, no. So we had smoked some weed and had some sex and went to sleep. So the next day, Prince dies that next day. And I was up on the computer on Facebook, sitting at the table. And, my husband comes out and he looks at me, he says, he just came out, he had this look on his face that was just, it was scary. I mean, he was looking at me like, I only seen one person looking at me like that. That's a look like somebody want to kill you. My mama looked at me like that one time. My mom is bipolar. And one time she had come up on my job and taken off her clothes. And when I went to see her at the hospital, because I was going to go fix her hair like I always do every time she gets committed, I go to the hospital, take her some clothes, and go fix her hair. She was young. She was fighting that mental illness. She wouldn't take her meds. Oh, now that she's older, she's like, where's my medicine? I want to go back to the hospital. So she's made peace with that now. I'm like, you ought to be glad you got some drugs to help you, okay? The people got stuff going on with them. Ain't nothing to help them. But anyway, that's the only time I ever seen somebody look at me like they wanted to kill me, right? So, see, I have this rule. It's a rule that I made up for myself. If you ever put your hands on me, I'm gone. And that's what the ex-boyfriend did. The ex-boyfriend cheated on me, made some twins, and then when I tried to confiscate his Pookie book, he called me Pookie, and he had a photo album of me with pictures of me wearing Victoria's Secret, right? I wanted that photo album back. He had moved to Pennsylvania. This is where the the cheating occurred. And it's also that cheating is what created the relationship between me and my ex-husband because I was heartbroken. And he asked me for my phone number at work. We worked together. And I was reluctant at first. But, at the encouragement of someone else, a third party, I went ahead and gave him my number. And anyway, that ex boyfriend, when I took that photo album from him, he punched me in this eye. So when I tell you now that ex boyfriend is blind, when he came to town last year before last for his mom's funeral, He was blind. He could make out the color red. He said he could tell that my hair was red and that my car was red, but that's pretty much it. See, God always fights my battles. God always shows me what God did to the ones who hurt me. So, anyway, my husband comes out and he looks at me at the table and he says, Mimi, are you looking for a job? And I'm a Leo, honey. I got the sun trine Mars and Sagittarius. I'm a Leo. And he's a Sagittarius with the sun conjunct Mars and Sagittarius. So fire, fire. When my husband asked me if I was looking for a job after we just got through smoking some weed, I was so angry. I was like, hell no, I ain't looking for no job. And I never talked to him that way, okay? We didn't fuss and cuss each other or anything like that. When I tell you we were best friends, like we played video games together every day. We worked out together. Like we were inseparable. My best friend. And when God made it so that I could hear, when God gave me clear audience, my husband thought I was going crazy. So anyway, I couldn't tell my husband that God told me I would never have to work again because he thought that was insanity. Like, you better get a job. So when I said, hell no, I ain't looking for a job. And then I said, you a man. It's your job to take care of me. And I said that in anger. It's not really how I feel. I always like to have my own because I never want to have to ask permission to spend $20. And when I said that, he sat there on the sofa and he thought about how he was going to respond. And the next thing I know, I was on the floor. He got up, he pushed me. I fell over, I fell onto the chair. The chair fell over, made a gash in the wall. And I got up and I left. And he came over the next day. He was standing right here where I'm standing. And he said, I know you and your mom don't get along. Because back then we didn't. Because my mama, you see how sweet my mom is? If you've been following me on Facebook, you see my mom is very sweet. When she takes her medication, she's very sweet. But when she doesn't take her medication, she make you want to kill her. And that's why I was smoking weed. So I could stay calm because I needed something to keep me calm. Because it's very stressful dealing with somebody who has a mental illness. So my husband was standing right here. He said, you can come back home with me and I'll sleep on the couch. You can sleep in the bed and until you get on your feet. Well, that sounded like, you can stay with me till you get a job and get your own place. I knew I was going to work again, right? And when I tell you, when God told me I'll never have to work again, God shut the door on me getting a job. I have never had a problem getting a job before. I applied for a job at Margaritaville. We had a group interview. They called me back for a second. I had a first interview. They called me back for a group interview. I had the best personality in the room. That man called me out. It was the first one he called out, Michelle Cummings. No, Carter. That was my last name at the time because I was still married. I'm sorry, we can't use you. What you talking about, Willis? I'm like, mm, really? No. But you know what? When I moved in with my mom, I discovered that she had a medical condition that I would only know she had if I was living with her. And she had to have surgery. It was a few years later before she had the surgery that she needed. But my mom's health has been on the decline ever since. And I'm here being her caregiver. And I can't even imagine right now trying to balance being his wife and coming over here taking care of my mom because my mom needs 24-hour supervision now because she's getting forgetful. Like we were in Sam's Club today. She said she had to use the restroom. She walked in and she was standing where they had like the napkins. And she was standing there. She said, "They don't have any toilet paper right here." And I was like, "Come on, let's go to the stall. This isn't the bathroom. This isn't the toilet stall." I mean, she's confused and forgetful. She can't decipher, when 30 minutes is going to be up on the clock. Things like she's just on a decline, okay? And I'm her only child. And God knew that I would need to be here with my mom. So I got that other woman babysitting my husband right now. Because I said, please make it so that I don't love this man anymore. I will not do it. I'm going to get your husband back. And I'm like, okay, but he didn't marry somebody else. I'm going to get you your husband back. Don't you worry about that. I'm going to get you your husband back. So either I don't know how that's going to transpire. It's going to be one of two ways, right? Or maybe one of three ways. But anyway, that made my day. And just running into him and I had a chance to talk to him. And I told him that I still loved him and that, the way that we split up was just completely crazy. It was crazy. And we should not be apart. But sometimes you gotta go somewhere else to see what you had, right? See my mama. What's wrong, mama? Huh? You want to eat something? You want some pie? What you want? I made her some sweet potato pie this morning. She got ate up almost that whole pie. Okay, you can get it. Can you get it? You need me to do it for you? Huh? Okay. Okay, guys, I gotta go. And this has been long enough, 33 minutes and 49 seconds. I wouldn't intend to tell y'all all my business, but, you know, I know I ain't the only one who had a horrible breakup that shouldn't have happened. Happened because you was angry. If my husband had come over here and said to me, I know I had no business asking you if you was looking for a job after we just got through smoking weed, I would have went back home to him. But he didn't. And I thought that for my safety, I should leave. But I still love him. He's so sweet. The sweetest man I have ever known. Just a sweet person. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you. Subscribe.